to bring him down. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the timeout. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Trying to get started. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Fighting Irish sideline, developing story, guys, their best wide receiver is dealing with a few issues. Very banged up here in this game, but he is battling through it, still on the field, trying to perform for his offense. I'll keep you posted on how he's able to adapt here in the game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's Carr to throw. Hauls it in. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to...
And it's intercepted. He tried to set up the screen, and the defense was right there. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many...
Makes the catch, and he's free.
Well, when it comes to screen passes, you're just trying to mix them in different situations, and I like it here. First play of the drive on offense, and you're dropping back to pass. You're letting the pass rush get upfield, seeing if you can just get one into the hands of your back, get some blockers downfield. You don't obviously pick up an explosive play, but you get some good yards on that, and you give the opposing defense now something else to think about. You've got these screens in your back pocket, and you're going to use them.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Using his feet. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Timeout taken by BYU at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Going for 6. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish back on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Throwing, Carr fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Dropping back, it's Carr. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. He couldn't do it on that last play.
Second and long here. A designed run for the quarterback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Now here's Carr. Back's got it on the screen. There he goes. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Irish use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Play fake, Carr. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This will likely be the last play of the half. The give. They get him down, clock's running, and they're not going to get another play off as time expires here in the first half. Half time as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 5 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Gators with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC. And now back to your game in Provo. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside LaVell Edwards Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Let's go down to the sidelines now where Howie Rowe has an update on that injury.
Guys, I caught up with the Fighting Irish head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. Big news to report here in the second half. Their star wide receiver is out for the rest of the game. They are still evaluating exactly what's wrong and just how serious it is, but a lower body injury, he will not return. That is big news for this team today. Back to you.
Thanks, Howie. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Delay to the back. It's Mobley. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And we talked about this guy coming to the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
From the gun on third down. Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Carr to throw for it on 4th. And they can't connect. Sweet turnover on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Finds his big tight end. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Run in the red zone. It's Martin. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
BYU lines up with a first and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now third and goal from the 2. Marches ahead. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going,
but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football.
And he's in! Touchdown, Cougars!
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big fourth down conversion.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So the final tally on that drive will be 31 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Working that left side now. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Dropping back, it's Carr. Rush right in his face. He's going to run it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. Wants to throw one first. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He'll set up to throw. They're all over him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Quarterback will keep it. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Gets rid of it. Right side, it's Mobley. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Finds his big tight end. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Out wide right, it's Mobley. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They want to run this quarterback. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Changing the routes with his receiver. Quarterback keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Cougars sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. They'll ride the hot hand. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Here we go. Ready, go. On the draw, it's Martin. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
drives inside. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he like. But I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Carr above the noise. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One final period to play. We'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Throwing, Carr. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Irish send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tied game, hoping to get something on the board. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Right side, it's Phillips. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Makes it headed to the end zone.
as a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Carr. Looking left. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Now here's Carr. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
3rd and long situations are really...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Carr. Unloads it left. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he
always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Here comes the heat. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And listen, QB job number 1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continually.